And that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion was low. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Now, if this was a clear dance attempt, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in, it's a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown.
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down the kickoff of what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on yet another AFC team, the Kansas City Chiefs. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Now, this is where practicing scenarios comes into play because every eventuality gets covered. And for defensive teams that really have a swagger about themselves and really don't care much, they actually relish this situation. Let's get out on the field and stop these guys.
Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Mahomes now to throw. Touchdown! Boa throw. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. From the 10. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Tua going to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 78 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense set to go. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. When I looked at, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On the return, it's Tony. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a third down and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. From midfield, here's Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone trying to cover them. But also, if they hit hands downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball, they think they're going to win those too.
Down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jerick McKinnon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. from the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Finding space at the 40. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 46 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, his 2nd touchdown in this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former deep.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cedric Wilson with his 3rd touchdown in the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Hey, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Mike Gesicki, 31 yards. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I don't want to be a jinx partner, put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the 1st quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches. And they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 56. Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes finding Mecole Hardman. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out and feel charged up and ready to go.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
A run with Mostert up the middle, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking...
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to end up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over thanks to a great defensive effort. first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there's a time to be aggressive, and now is it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through the pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
To a hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again. Fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 54 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Once again, it's Mostert. No, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Down to the 42, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Wilson with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he loses the football a second time. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do. Well, remember, he had a fumble early. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the
So
play,
that would overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. Now Tua. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill on a touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't like the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for KC. 57 yards.
I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary of the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Dolphins getting set to go here. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles. And Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plate. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just had to draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, well, look at the defense. They came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away almost every time. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Mahomes to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the Super Bowl. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. By Butker is on target, and a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Miami set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they... and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach? It's a coordinator. Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Sacks a going theme in this first half. This is second and long. To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he wisely will throw that one away. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Joe Fortson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are starting to pour it on to the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. kicker now to add the extra point. And the route is